Welcome to today's workout. So today it's a kettlebell workout. It's a bit more, let's call it strength based. So therefore we're not going to go a lot of volume. We're going to take it nice and easy because we're going to put particularly our shoulder girdle through a fair bit of activity today. So the aim of the workout, to the truest sense, is we want to go with a heavy kettlebell. So a single heavy kettlebell to try to do the moves. But if it's your first time or you've not done these moves before, I want you to go with a lighter one to start with, get one round done, and then see out of the movements which one you think you're going to attempt the next time around with the heavier kettlebell, right? There is a significant difference in, let's call it the feel or the response that your body has when you use the heavier kettlebell on some of these moves versus a light one. So I chose to do the workout with a 20. I tried to be a smart ass and do it with a pair, but it became very, very apparent that I am fatigued and I was struggling to get 4 reps out within the minute. So we're going to use the EMOM format. So every minute on the minute, I just simply want you to run the clock for 30 minutes. And the aim is to try to get yourself half a dozen, 6 reps or so if you're going with the heavy kettlebell within that minute. So that obviously tells you that this is something that's going to become taxing. It's going to become taxing quite quickly, but I'm also not here to bang this one out, not after the week that we've had. So let's just jump in. So first one, it's a trophy sit-up. Okay, so trophy sit-up, meaning that we're going to sit up using the kettlebell. Now, you can do this a few different ways. First of all, you're going to be sitting down in the position, bent knee, straight leg. It's entirely up to you. My preference is bent knee. So demonstrate with the lighter one. 2 options. I can grab the kettlebell, put my thumb through the horns and grab the kettlebell so that it is like this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm sitting back. I'm sitting with an upright position and I'm going to sit up and press the kettlebell. Option 2 is I can start here. I can come through and I can press. Option 3, if I think that I've got this, I'm going to go single-handed. So again, I'm going to take the kettlebell, I'm going to come into the upright, that knife hand position, and I'm going to here, and I'm going to sit up on the right hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to aim for 3, 4, 5 reps on the one side, 3, 4, 5 reps on the next side. And again, we're going for a minute. So trophy sit-ups using the kettlebell for 1 minute. As soon as that minute hits, you'll get a 10-second reminder if you use the same timer. You're then going to go into what we call is a squat swing. Now, a lot of people make these mistakes when they're first learning kettlebells. They tend to do a squat anyway. Now, a squat swing is actually more taxing and is more of an advanced move, particularly when we're going with a heavy kettlebell. And I'm going to show you what it's like with the 20. So, with a squat swing, all we're simply going to do is sets of 5s. 5 squat swings, rest 5 seconds. 5 squat swings, rest 5 seconds. So from the side on position, my normal kettlebell swing starts off, my normal kettlebell swing, just hinging at the hips, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to go into my squat swing. And then go into my rest, okay? So again, it is taxing. You've got to have your feet in a position where you're outwards more so you can actually squat down and let that bell rise out. Even just those, squat swing is taxing, okay? It's not a squat like this and pull up. It's a squat as it is coming outwards, okay? So we're not muscling it to an American swing, it's a Russian swing. So that's number 2. Number 3, overhead curtsy lunge. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the kettlebell, going to get it into the overhead position, and try and pin that ear hole into the bicep, and I'm going to curtsy with the same leg. So what this does is put a lot of pressure on one side of my body. So I'm going to here, I'm going to step back, I'm going to curtsy, and I'm up. And as you can see, I'm struggling to keep myself nice and tight. And I'm using this other arm, what we call a radiate. So I'm going tight with the other arm, pulling my shoulder back to use this as my counterbalance. So I'm doing my curtsy lunges. Now, again, same thing, 3, 4, 5, 30 seconds worth on one side, change, 30 seconds worth on the other. Up next, the half get up. So if you're familiar with Turkish get ups, we're going to a full stand, we're just going to go to the halfway point. So I'm going to give you two options. Beginners, you're in this position, the same knee is up as the hand. What you're going to do, you're going to push this foot out, drive the heel to the floor, lift my glute, I'm going to lean onto my elbow, and I'm going to start the sit-up position. The other elbow here is sitting down, and then I'm going to use my hand to push myself up. This is a seated position. The half get up will complete by simply bridging my hips, so that way then I can switch through. And then I come back down, again, back down onto the elbow, lean through and down. So again, half get ups only either to the seated or to the bridge position. And again, we're going to go say 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. Get 3, 4 or 5. If it's the first time, get 1 or 2. Start somewhere. From the half get ups, we're going to go into overhead lunges. So as you're familiar with the overhead position from the curtsy, we're now just going to simply walk forward into a walking position. So again, dumbbell is up, knee to the floor, stand and walk forward and get your knee. Next one. And again, you're just going to do that for the full minute on one side. If you need to, bring it down at 30 seconds and change it, but otherwise 1 minute on the right, 1 minute on the left. We're then going to come on to snatches. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. We can do single hand snatches, which I'll show you with the heavy, or if you want to, you can try double hand snatches. Now, there's two different ways to do this. One is to swing them through your legs. One is to swing them on the outside, okay? It's more of an advanced move. So whereas we're typically used to swinging the bell through here, but with that outside swing, we've got more of a suitcase, what I would call a suitcase swing. We're like I'm grabbing a suitcase and I'm going to swing this suitcase. Okay, so first things first, single-handed snatches. So from here, get my swing, straight up for my snatch. Now, I'm not necessarily bringing it straight down. I'm going to do a clean with my heavy, okay? If you want to, you can go straight up and straight down and straight up again with the single heavy. Now, if you're on the lighter weight and you want to attempt a double, you can attempt the double. I've just realized I've got two different weights here. That's not going to help me. All right, so grabbing a pair, now we're going to come into a double swing. Okay, so again, first things first, most people would swing in the middle. And they would get their snatch here, clean, press. My preference is the suitcase type style swing. I feel like I've got more control over it when I'm doing my suitcase style swing. So let's just recap. EMOM format. Every minute on the minute, run the clock for 30 minutes. Number 1, your trophy sit-up. Number 2, the squat swing in a set of 5s with a 5-second rest or 5 normal Russian swings in between. Your curtsy lunge in the overhead position. Your half get-ups to seated or to bridge. The overhead walking lunges. And then finally the snatches. Now, a couple of different ways you can do this. You can just go for a minute, go 30 seconds, chop and change. You could also go for a minute on the one hand, then go for a minute on the second hand. Again, just listen to your body. If this is the first time doing this, this becomes quite taxing. I'm not banging out a lot of calories on the workout. I'm at 367. I've still got a decent heart rate, just around 110 BPM, having finished this now 10 minutes ago. But it is taxing on my shoulders, right? It's the reasons why I'm using kettlebell, because when I'm doing everything in an overhead position, I'm having to watch that balance. Therefore, I'm having to pull my shoulder girdle in and tighten it up. And that's helping me protect this. So, Kettlebell workout today, strength, let's call it strength-ish based, EMOM format. What do you need? You're either going to go with a heavy kettlebell, or you're going to go with a lighter kettlebell, or you can use the both and just work out the movement that you are comfortable with the heavy. That's it. I'm Dominic Straw. Share this with your friends. This is part and parcel of what we do in our programming, what we simply call the protocol. It's 30-minute workouts every single day.